First of all, you gotta pay for tuition, you gotta pay to park, you gotta pay to eat, you gotta pay for everything. Like, the f.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but
What's up, you guys? It's Tajah, aka Monsters, and as you could already tell by the title, this is basically like a college readiness video based on my own personal experience my first semester in college. My first semester in college was this like past January of 2018 through May, and to me college was pretty easy. I expected way more because of, you know, how high schools be like, oh, we giving you all this homework to prepare you for college. That shit is a lie. Whenever high schools tell you they doing certain shit to prepare you for college, they is lying, because it's nothing like college. College was way easier than high school in my opinion. By the way, y'all, college is the wig. I will never not say college is the wig. But if you do decide to take your bum ass to college like I did, here's some tips. Okay, so my first semester, I only had about 6 classes, and I only had classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was free to do anything I wanted, anything that I pleased, you feel me? And I actually liked it that way. I did the same thing this semester, except I had to take my health class on Tuesday and Thursday, but it's only a 50-minute class, so it's basically like I have the whole day off anyway. So for my first semester, I wrote my schedule down like this. So I wrote my schedule down, and I will put like Monday, and I will have all my classes and the time, the building, the room numbers, so I would get used to seeing it, and it would get embedded in my brain. Okay, this is the building I'm going to, this is the room I'm going to, and the time that I'm going, what class it is. So I got pretty used to my schedule quickly because I was always looking at this, and if I would forget where I needed to go, I don't need to, you know, look at anything. I just need to pull out my handy dandy little mini notebook, and my whole schedule will be right here. This is my schedule for this semester coming up. As you can see, I've written down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I write down times, write down the subject, everything that I need to know for that class, because sometimes we have to do papers and we have to label them with like the subject and the number and the letter, which is right here. So I have all that down already. I don't really need to go searching for nothing because I keep this, and this was also my agenda, so I always had it with me. In the back also, I wrote all my professors' names because honestly, I am not good with names at all, and I forget really quickly, but this helped me kind of learn my professors' names. After 1 or 2 weeks, I didn't even need this first page. I just kept it just in case, you feel me? Also, in this book, I would write down all of my assignments that I needed to do, label it like this, and they will all say shit to do. And I would have these little boxes next to them that I would check off and fill in whenever I finished them. Like you see, these aren't checked off, because this was Get My Criminal Justice book. Oh, speaking of books, you slick don't even need to buy them. The ones that I was required to buy were ebooks. So like my math one, we had to do all our math assignments online, which is why we needed to get that one. That was like $100. Our science one, that was also online. We had to do our like quizzes and stuff on that, so that was required also. That was only like $65. I also had my lab manual that was required. That was only like $35. So basically every other book that I had to get, I did not get, and I was perfectly fine. I'm not saying that you should not get books, but honestly, don't waste your money if you are not like, if you don't really need it, if it's not really necessary. Even though I didn't have my books, I still passed all my classes with, I got 4 B's and 2 A's, and this semester I'm trying to turn that into 4 A's and 2 B's, so you feel me? Keeping an agenda definitely helped me with finishing all my work on time, because I'm a huge procrastinator. Like, I procrastinate so much that it's not funny, and having all my assignments in one place kind of helped me, you know, get things done. And I would check this book every day so I would know what I needed to do, when it was due, because I would put, okay, so I have right here's the boxes that I needed to check off. I have the assignments right here, the date they're due, and then for which class it is. Honestly, I was only late turning in like probably 2 things out of the whole year, and that's very good for me. By the way, this is just a 5-star mini notebook, and why are you in the back? So yeah, I definitely recommend getting a notebook like this if you want, or like a regular agenda. I don't really do agendas because agendas have never worked for me. I would forget about them probably 5 days later, because it's very easy to carry around. I carried it in my book bag all the time, so whenever I got new assignments, I would immediately write them down. So for like supplies and things like that, honestly, my advice is do not overdo. Like, you know how in high school you have these, you know, syllabus before you even get there, and it lists all the supplies and stuff, and half the time you don't even need half the stuff that's on there. Yeah, you don't need to waste your money on things that you're not even going to use. Before the school year started, I had a calculator. You are going to need a calculator. This is the calculator you're probably going to need or use right here. It's a graphing calculator. You got it's the graphing calculator that my math teacher used, so that's why I got it. A pack of pencils for my math class. You don't even really need a big pack, because math is probably the only time you're gonna use a pencil. So I got 4 packs of these gel pens, and they were in black and blue. I got 2 black, 2 blue, and they each had 2 pens in it. So in total, I only had 8 pens, and I used 4 of them throughout the semester because I wrote all my notes down. Now, if you have a computer, I recommend doing that because it's much easier, but my computer was too damn big to be carrying around everywhere, so I just wrote everything down. I got 2 5-subject notebooks, 5-star. As you can tell, I love 5-star, and I only use one of them for one semester, so I'm going to be using the other one next semester. So basically, like 2 of these and like 4 packs of 2 pens is going to last you the whole school year. You're going to be straight. If you do want to like use as least as possible, you start doing your notes on front and back, because I started doing my notes like this, like by chapter, instead of doing a new page each and every day. I just started going by chapters, and I would list the days these chapters were done right here. So as soon as I start a new one, you know, I will list the day. As you can see, full pages, front and back, the days, just wherever I left off at. And this really helped me paper save. I wish I would have done this at first, because I would save so much more paper, okay? Plus, doing it like this is easier because when you take quizzes and take tests, they're going to be by chapters, not by the days you did them. So it's easy to find the chapters like this. So last semester, I took 15 hours. I was supposed to take 16, but I wasn't able to register for the PE class because it was full. Oh, by the way, make sure you register on time, because then you'll be able to get all the times that you want on the days that you want, you feel me, and without the classes being too full or anything, or even the professors that you want. Like if you go on Rate My Professor, like I personally don't do that, but if you do, like even the professors that you want, you could get that. I had a hard time registering for my classes this semester because I did it really late, because there was something wrong with my student financial aid, so I had to do it like mad late. But lucky for me, even though I got a little frustrated, I got all the class times that I wanted. And honestly, the days, like having 5 and 6 classes a day like a lot of people will look at me like I'm crazy, but honestly it didn't bother me because in high school, the fuck, you would have 7 fucking classes and it'll be for a whole 8 hours. At least with my 5 classes, it only lasts from 10. I do not register for any classes before 10 because I know I'm not gonna wake up. Even though I have 5, it's only from 10 to 3:45. I would recommend that you ask your advisor if you are taking all the classes that you need to be taking for you to graduate on time, because I did have an issue registering this semester because I did register without my advisor. First semester you register and your advisor basically picks yours for you, but this semester I had a hard time because I didn't know what classes I needed to take, but I found a little app on for our school called DegreeWorks, and that helped a lot because it just lists everything that you're gonna need to graduate, and I just based my classes off that. Even though I took a lot of notes, I always took notes, I've never been the person to really study, so I barely studied. The only time I really studied is for my final exams because they're final exams, they're hella important. If you do have any trouble, don't be afraid to seek help basically, because I mean, who's gonna beat your ass? My tips on note taking is definitely get 2 different color pens, like how I got black and blue, for the simple fact of everything that, like words that were important or phrases that were important would be, I wrote them in black, and then like their definitions or everything else I would write in blue, so the most important things will kind of just stand out more. And that helped because it was easy to just like find things. Just do not write everything word for word because your professors will move quicker than your high school. I mean, you could always ask them to go back and they most likely would do that, but I would say do not write the important parts like word for word. Isn't really, they're gonna post the lectures most likely anyways. Shit, my chest is red. I need to stop scratching myself. I be forgetting I'm light skinned sometimes. Like, a lot of writing, so definitely if you are just thinking about going to college and you don't like writing, probably at the end of the semester in my Google Docs, I had about like 25 total papers I've done. And it's not too much to where it's like, oh, I can't do this, I'm overloaded with stuff. Yeah, I will also say make sure to memorize your student ID because you're going to need that for basically everything. Also, never forget your student ID because like you never know when you're going to need it. And I used it every time I needed to get into my dorms. My first semester, I kind of learned more about myself and I was able to gain more confidence because of this, I don't know, just seeing everyone around me and just being like, I can do what I want. Like, and having that freedom actually made me happier than I was before. The freedom is definitely amazing. And my dorm room was, my brother said it looked like a jail cell. Like, that's how small it was, but it kind of became my home at the same time. The size didn't really bother me. It actually helped me clean, like keep my room cleaner, because even if there was a little bit of mess, it would just look like so much. Some lights for my room, curtains. You're definitely gonna need to bring a pillow and some sheets. You definitely don't need to bring your whole place from home because I'm telling you, at the end of the semester, it's going to fucking suck moving all that out. It sucked moving my stuff out, and I barely had anything. Like, I just don't like moving. So if you're not the type of person that likes moving stuff, I would recommend you keep it minimal but still cute, because like my dorm room was still cute, but it was minimal as possible. I would also recommend you talking to your roommates before, getting to know what's good for them. Like me and my roommates, we all just sat down and talked like what would bother us, what wouldn't bother us, and we all just came to the conclusion that, you know, we cool with anything, you feel me? Come talk to us before you decide to take it up with you know, a higher authority and get somebody in trouble. So that was our thing. Like, if you had an issue with anything, just come talk to us and we'll be able to solve it. Boom, just like that. There was this dog named Morty. I swear he was a ninja. He snuck up on me while I was making something in the kitchen. I'm telling y'all, I got scared because I was like, where the fuck did this dog come from? If you are paying for your own food, because I personally didn't have a dining plan because I set all my stuff up by myself, and when I asked people, do you automatically get a dining plan when you know, apply and stuff like that, everybody was saying yes. So I thought I would automatically get a dining plan and be in with my tuition. No, you got to do that yourself. And so for my first semester, I did not have a dining plan, so I paid for all my food myself. I would definitely recommend you finding out where the nearest dollar store is and get you some microwavable, you feel me? I had microwavable spaghetti that was surprisingly pretty good. I had Tostino's pizza rolls, I had waffles, sausage biscuits, toaster strudels. Oh, definitely noodles. You already know that's the struggle man right there. And I would cook some pasta in there, you feel me? And I had some jambalaya. I had these big gallon water things, and I would refill them up at our water fountain. Usually, once I like went shopping for my groceries and stuff, it would usually come out to about $50, $60 for everything that I got, which is pretty good because I got a lot of shit. I definitely recommend you budgeting your money for the simple fact of when you're in college, it's basically like you're living on your own because you have to pay for everything. Your soap, your toilet paper, your paper towels, everything you have to pay for. TV, if you want to watch TV, you need to be bringing your own. Or bring a laptop, because honestly a laptop was easier than bringing a whole TV, and you could get all the shows that you get on TV. Anyway, on my first semester, I wanted to focus solely on my schoolwork. Like, that's all I wanted to focus on. I did not care about getting to know people. I did not care about going to parties because I don't even like parties. I did not care about none of that. I focused solely on my schoolwork. I had a few friends that I already knew. I probably only got to know like under 10 new people the whole 5 months that I was there. Did what I had to do. I went to class, wrote my notes, left. Definitely keep some headphones with you, because I'm telling you, when you walk in from class to class, you gonna need it. Whatever website or whatever you need to be using for all your assignments, check that every day because you do not want to miss nothing. There was a few classes where if you missed 3 times, you would fail. I recommend you not missing those, okay? Make sure you know how long it takes you to get ready in the morning, because you don't want to be late to your first class. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about college. If you are considering college, I hope you do well in that bit. So I think that's about it for my college advice from, you know, me to you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. Definitely comment below telling me like any other videos that you want to see. I try to respond to all my comments so you won't be overlooked. If you have any advice for anyone who's watching, please definitely comment that also, because all advice is good advice, to be honest. And everybody works in different ways, so maybe some things will help others more than my experiences would help them. You know, turn on them notifications, because you know you want to see more of this face. And if you plan on going to college, you feel me, or if this helped you decide, definitely let me know, because I'm gonna be feeling so proud, like my baby going to college. It's just like watching them grow up. Oh my God, I remember when y'all was in diapers, boy. So thanks for watching my babies, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So shake that ass, let me see what you got. So shake that ass, roll credits, roll credits. If you don't get this reference, then you don't watch Rick and Morty. I don't know what else to say.